Hi, my name is Greg Custer with STEP Orange County, and coming up on August 3rd, we are lucky to have Michael Mulligan presenting to us. Michael is a nationally renowned speaker. In fact, he's credited with being one of the principal originators of the estate planning strategy, a sale to a defective trust with an installment notes. So in this coming meeting in August 3rd, he's going to be talking about a sale to a beat it should work just as well as it does to an idiot. So I think this is going to be an incredible opportunity to have Michael present to us. And I've asked Michael to join us and say a few words about his upcoming presentation, again on August 3rd at STEP Orange County. Michael, give us a couple comments.
Greg, thank you. What I propose to do, as Greg has indicated, is to talk about two types of estate planning sale transactions. Both involve sales to irrevocable trusts in exchange for the trust promissory note. In both cases, the existence of the trust is ignored for income tax purposes, but not estate tax purposes. We intentionally violate grantor trust rules that have no estate tax consequence. Because of the grantor trust status, no gain or loss is recognized on the sale of appreciated property to a trust. It's a way of converting equity into debt without recognizing gain. To the extent that the total net return inside the trust, that is the net income plus appreciation, exceeds the interest rate on the promissory note, that excess is excluded from the seller's estate for estate tax purposes. And additionally, that excess can be protected from generation skipping tax without allocation of any GST exemption. There are two types of trusts. One is what I call an intentionally defective irrevocable trust, or an IDIT, IDIT. The second is what I describe as a beneficiary intentionally defective irrevocable trust, or a BIDIT. With an IDIT, the grantor, who is ultimately going to be the seller, establishes the trust. The grantor, the trust contains no provisions, express provisions, which would cause its assets to be included in the seller's estate for federal estate tax purposes. Specifically, the grantor is not a beneficiary of the trust. With a BIDIT, it's very different. The BIDIT is established by a third party for the benefit of a beneficiary who is granted interests and powers which would normally cause any assets which that beneficiary contributes to the trust to be included in the beneficiary's federal gross estate under section 2036 and 2038. In order to obtain the exclusion of assets which are sold to the trust, we take advantage of an exception to the application of those two statutes for a, quote, bona fide sale for adequate and full consideration. If that condition is met under the terms of sections 2036 and 2038, there is no inclusion in the seller's gross estate. The sale to an IDIT has been around since around 1995. And I think it's safe to say at this point, that transaction is recognized as effective by the service. The BIDIT is a much more recent development, and we can't say that or come to that conclusion with the same degree of certainty as we can with an IDIT. What I hope to do on August the 3rd is to present the authorities that indicate that the sale to a BIDIT ought to work as well as a sale to an IDIT, and hopefully you will come to that agree with that conclusion when I'm finished.
Great. Thank you, Michael. This looks to be an exciting presentation. I'm looking very much forward to this, and we'll see you live in person August 3rd at noon at the Pacific Club in Orange County. Thank you, Michael.